Welcome to this week's Maryland's Missing and the Murdered. Maryland's Missing and the Murdered is a weekly YouTube channel that covers the topic of missing and murdered individuals from the state of Maryland. This week I am covering the disappearances of the Lyon sisters, 12-year-old Sheila and 10-year-old Katherine from Wheaton, Maryland. This story has so many twists and turns, it was hard for me to write this without you guys getting confused, so I'm going to try my best. Why confusion, you may ask? Because the suspect is a pathological liar and told many stories of police with different people involved. Well, let's get to it, and let's hope you and I don't get confused along the way. On March 25th, 1975, Katherine and Sheila Lyon walked to the Wheaton Plaza Mall between 11 a.m. and noon to have some pizza and see the Easter decorations. Their mother Mary told them to be home by 4 p.m. While at the mall, their brother Jay saw them eating pizza at the mall around 2 p.m. When 4 p.m. came and went, the Lyons started to worry, and by 7 p.m. the police were called. The mall and the surrounding areas were searched, and the girls were not located. A witness came forward and stated that the girls were being watched by a man. The witness sat with an artist, and a composite sketch was made of the man. On April 7, 1975, a tip near Thaxton, Virginia, were called in that a man driving to work spotted a station wagon with girls inside bound and gagged. The driver of the station wagon resembled the sketch. Police started to look at Ray Molesky, who was a known pedophile in the area. Ray Molesky called police in 1975 to suggest that if they should offer the kidnapper immunity, then the girls would be returned. In 1977, Ray Molesky killed his wife and son. In prison, he told his fellow inmates that he knew where the Lyon sisters were. Police investigated and found nothing. Years went by and investigators were at a dead end until 2013 when they came across something interesting. On April 1st, 1975, a man by the name of Lloyd Welch went to Wheaton Plaza Mall and told a security guard that he saw the Lyon sisters being abducted. The security guard called police, and the police took Lloyd Welch in for his statement. Lloyd Welch told police that he was a 22-year-old married man, which was a lie, and that he saw the Lyon sisters talking to a man with a tape recorder, and that they left with him in a red Camaro. He gave police specific details about the car. The police gave him a polygraph in which Lloyd Welch failed. Due to the deception in the polygraph, police in 1975 considered Lloyd Welch lying and probably that he was looking for attention, so they dropped the entire matter. At this point in 2013, the police were curious about Lloyd Welch and decided to look him up. Lloyd Welch had an extensive criminal record ranging from larceny, burglary, and sexual assault on a child. In 1997, he was charged with sexual assault of a 10-year-old and sentenced to 33 years in a Delaware prison. So, the detectives packed it up and traveled to Delaware to have a conversation with Lloyd Welch. In October 2013, detectives sat down to speak with Lloyd Welch. Welch admitted seeing a guy put two girls into a black Plymouth and that they were crying. He pointed out that Ray Molesky was the guy. Police then asked Welch his opinion on what Ray Molesky did to the girls. Welch's response, quote, "Raped them, killed them, probably burned them," end quote. That definitely raised the police's suspicions on Welch's involvement. Who speculates burning of bodies? On February 11, 2014, the Lyon family and the police made a statement announcing Lloyd Welch as a person of interest. Police went back to talk to Welch some more, and he agreed to sit down for a polygraph. The polygraph revealed that Welch was highly deceptive. After Welch was told that he failed, he admitted to seeing the Lyon sisters in Ray Molesky's basement. He said that they were drugged, and he saw two men there. Searching Welch's background, police discovered that there was drug abuse and found women who were abused by him. Police turned on the heat and started to bluff with Welch, saying they had pictures, DNA, and stuff on him. Welch started saying he was worried about his family. He was afraid of the person that took the Lyon sisters. He named his cousin Teddy Welch and admitted that Molesky was not involved. Welch's story then changed that Teddy and another guy pushed Sheila and Katherine into a blue Camaro. Mind you, Teddy was 11 years old in 1975, so the police interviewed Teddy Welch. Teddy failed his polygraph all 3 times, but Teddy is a known marijuana user, so that could account for his failing of the test. Teddy was able to provide medical records that he was in the hospital at the time of the abduction and he had broken both his arms. Police started to look into the Welch family and found that they owned several properties in Virginia, one in Thaxton, Virginia, and one in Taylor's Mountain, Virginia. As police were looking into the Welch family, one of their relatives, Connie Akers, was living on the Taylor's Mountain property at the time of the girls' abduction. The police interviewed Connie on October 2nd, 2014. Connie said one night Lloyd came to the house with a big duffel bag with bloody clothes in it that smelled extremely bad. Her brother Henry was also there. The police interviewed Henry as well, but he denied seeing blood on the bag or smelling anything bad. Police started to really push Henry, and Henry admitted at that time that Lloyd told him that there was a dead dog in the bag. Everyone on the mountain remembered a huge bonfire that the Welches had for days. Police speculated that it smelled like burnt hair and flesh. A resident of Taylor's Mountain told police that bodies were buried at the top of the hill. Police agencies started looking in the area. In December 2014, investigators found pieces of eyeglass frames, small human bone fragments, and beaded jewelry. DNA could not be obtained on the bone fragments due to its small pieces. In January 2015, Lloyd now started to involve his Uncle Richard, who he called Uncle Dickie. Lloyd's story now is that Teddy got the girls outside and Uncle Dickie put them in a station wagon. He stated that after he saw the Lyon sisters in Uncle Dick's basement, Lloyd and his wife left the area to travel. When asked about Virginia, he said that he probably hitchhiked there. He said he had a big duffel bag packed with clothes, but denied that he had any bodies in there. Another detective goes through all the stories that Lloyd Welch told them previously. Lloyd tells them that when he and his wife hitchhiked to Virginia, Uncle Dickie was there, and he watched Dickie and Henry throw a bag into the fire. Another detective tells him that they had his wife's journal, but they really didn't. At that point, when Lloyd Welch hears that, he changes his story yet again. Lloyd then says that he led the Lyon sisters away from the mall under the premise of smoking pot. He claimed that he left them at Uncle Dickie's house in the basement, which had a separate entrance from outside the house. He claimed that the girls were killed under Dickie's favorite fishing spot under the bridge. Police went to the bridge and saw that the bridge was not close, not to Dickie's house, but to Lloyd's old family home. What happens is that the basement to his old home had a separate entrance and that it matched Lloyd's drawing exactly. Police got permission to search that basement, and when they sprayed luminol in the basement, the back room of the basement lit up. So, they go back to Lloyd again. So, on July 14, 2015, Lloyd Welch tells detectives that Uncle Dickie approached him to make a child porn movie. He had used Lloyd to get the girls to party with. Lloyd says that he saw Dickie molest the girls, and when Katherine tried to escape, they broke her neck, and Uncle Dickie chopped her up with an axe and put her in the duffel bag. Lloyd then said that he was threatened, and so he helped clean up the basement of blood. He admitted that he was told to drive the bag to Virginia, where Henry was waiting with a fire to throw the bag into. He told police that he believed that he saw Sheila on Taylor's Mountain. He said that Dickie took care of the car after that, and he also admitted using Teddy as a scapegoat. On September 12, 2017, in order to avoid the death penalty in Virginia, Lloyd Welch pled guilty to 2 counts of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to 48 years. Since then, Henry Akers has died. Detectives believe that Sheila and Katherine Lyon's remains are on Taylor's Mountain. Thank you for joining me this week. If there's a Maryland's Missing or Murdered case that you would like to see on this channel, email me at marylandsmissing@gmail.com. Music is by Silent Vengeance. Sources will be listed in the outro. Please like and subscribe. Click the bell so you'll be notified when the next cases are released. I will see you again next week. Be kind to one another. You never know what will happen.